It is time to meet our next competitor. Please welcome Kimberly Cooper of AES Literacy Institute.
We needed Social Innovator Accelerator because we know how to help people. We didn't necessarily know how to run a nonprofit. So being a part of this program showed us the ins and outs of how to run a successful nonprofit organization where we provide value to the people we serve and to the people that invest in us.
That's right.
When we started AES, we really didn't know what we were doing, but we had a passion to help people. My husband almost didn't graduate high school, whereas I graduated top of the class with a 4.3 GPA. So we've always understood the importance of education and the value that it brings. When I met my husband, I had been to college and he hadn't been to college. So I helped him enroll in college and fill out his financial aid, and that really changed his life pattern as well. Texas is #1 in the nation with over 3 million adults that didn't graduate high school. 950,000 of those adults are right here in North Texas. And every year it grows by another 100,000. And the sad part about that is it's only counting adults ages 24 and older. So there's an entire population between 17 and 23 that's not even being counted. So we actually went into our community and asked them, what do you want and need from an adult education program that will get you on track to earning your equivalency diploma? And after we got that information, we set out to do it bigger, better, faster. Meet DeWanna Carter. For over 30 years, she struggled and watched friends, family, even her own children surpass her in life because she lacked the proper education. During that time, she endured 2 prison sentences, drug addiction, unemployment, and 12 long years of dead-end GED programs before finding AES. Well, we graduated DeWanna in just 6 months. After that, we helped her get her college application and financial aid application. Today, DeWanna is 1 semester away from graduating as a certified substance abuse counselor, running a successful catering business, and well on her way to a new life. Hi, I'm Kimberly Cooper, Director of AES Literacy Institute. About 1 in 6 adults in Texas lack a high school diploma or its equivalency. That's roughly 950,000 North Texans that lack the basic academic credential required by 70% of employers. In our diverse communities like Pleasant Grove, Oak Cliff, and South Dallas, 48% of the residents did not graduate high school. Race, equity, and funding play a significant role in this never-ending cycle of broken hopes, lost dreams, and strain on our state's economy. At AES, we offer multiple pathways to an equivalency diploma that's recognized both nationally and federally. We have all the elements of a traditional GED program, but AES is better, faster, and easier. We boast innovative solutions like self-paced curriculums, personalized learning plans, strategic study design, and on-demand tutoring. Get this, we are the only organization that pays for student testing and doubles as a state official testing site. At the height of the pandemic, we created the Earn While You Learn stipend, which awards our students a $50 gift card for each exam they pass. This keeps our students motivated while celebrating their success as they work towards their goal of graduation. My husband and I, we come from poverty just like the people we serve. This helps us to better understand their hardships firsthand. We understand that our students need to feel supported beyond the classroom, so we partner with a variety of other organizations to provide wraparound services such as housing and utility assistance, transportation, groceries, hygiene, and much more. Okay, they graduated, now what? Well, where we're from, we don't really think about our future because we aren't taught to believe we have one. So we take additional steps to inform our graduates of their continuing education and career options, then help them reach those goals by assisting them with completing the college and financial aid requirements, certifying for trades, or connecting with potential employers. Investing in adult literacy is critical to strengthening our economy. Winning Social Innovator of the Year means more North Texans get to graduate. With that top prize of $60,000, we can help at least 80 adults earn their equivalency diploma. On average, diploma holders earn $10,000 more per year. In just 1 year, that's a total of $800,000 combined. In 5 years, those same 80 graduates will have an increased revenue of $4 million. And that's just getting started, honey. Let me tell you about the $4.8 million we'll save taxpayers annually because these families no longer have to live in poverty. Now that's what you call metrics. Without Social Innovator, I wouldn't have ever been able to tell you that. This program taught us how to navigate the nonprofit waters and strategically plan for our future. We know that our mission and vision are solid, and we've mapped out our operating budget, goals, and outcomes into 2026. Our funding sources include building relationships with foundations, fostering support from individual and corporate donors, fundraising events, and proceeds from fee-based services in our public testing center. I promise you a diploma is not just a piece of paper. Education is the key to unlocking PPE, poverty, potential, and economic opportunity. Dewana is so significant because she suffered from every obstacle scientists predicted she would. Could you imagine struggling for over 30 years just because you didn't graduate? This equivalency diploma saves lives. Duran no longer has to sell drugs. Danessa, a mother of 5, didn't get deported. And David didn't have to go back to prison. And with your help tonight, we have the ability to make an immediate impact in the lives of North Texans that failed to graduate. Our diverse communities are filled with aspiring teachers, nurses, engineers, and business owners, and your vote can help make their dreams a reality. My time's about up, but before I go, everyone think of your favorite superhero. Isn't it awesome how they always seem to be at the right place at the right time to save a life? Well, education saves lives. You're at the right place. This is the right time. So my question is, will you go home a hero tonight?
Thank you so much, Kimberly. All right, Stephen, let's start with you.
Yes, Mr. Kimberly, I like how you asked for the order. That's good.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, you're doing great work.
Thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about how you're identifying the students and getting them into the program.
Oh, excellent question, Stephen. Thank you. We meet them where they are. We understand them because we look like them, so we go to where they are. We go to the communities. We go to those apartment complexes that people are scared to go and knock on doors and put flyers in. We're at Big T Bazaar, at the Walmart across the street from Big T Bazaar. We're at all these places where the people who need the education, because in order to reach the people, you have to meet them where they are. So if I rode in on a high horse, they wouldn't listen to me. So I go in to right where they are and say, hey, did you graduate high school? Yes or no? Okay, well, I can help you with that. Come follow me. So that's how we find our customers. And then once that happens, it's like a fire starts. One person graduates, the neighborhood knows, one person tells another person, and our doors just keep rolling. Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So, first of all, I really love your answer to that one and how you're meeting people where they are.
Thank you.
But you're also bringing the wraparound services, so it's not just one dimension, but you thought it through in a lot of different ways. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Very great. My question is, when you think aspirationally for the 950,000 people that have this need, how do you think about scaling?
Scaling is, for us, serving at least 200 students annually. If we can get $250,000 for the next 3 years, we'll be able to help those students. Our ultimate goal is to reach that younger population so that we can align with United Way's Aspire 2030 goals. So 17 to 24. So we have this unique plan that if we can go into the high schools and work a relationship with counselors and principals and find out who are those students that failed to graduate within the last 5 years and get their contact information. Then we can work directly with the ISDs and other organizations, and they'll connect us to the people that they know that need it. And I feel like that way we could grow rapidly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kimberly, I'm so fired up about what you're doing, and I
Thank
think it
you.
just makes a tremendous impact for people for the rest of their lives to be so empowered. Something I'm curious about is on the public testing center side. This feels like something that could be just a massive revenue generator that allows you to do more good in the community. I want to understand today, where does that sit as far as maybe even just a percentage of revenue, and where do you think that could go?
About 25% revenue. Our testing center is pretty new. We had some changes that went on in the state of Texas that caused us and forced us to innovate and think outside of the box. When we began our mission, there were 3 alternative tests that you could take to earn your equivalency diploma. Now we're back down to 1, and that's only the GED. So what we have done was we crossed state lines to open up another testing center at Oklahoma so that our students can have access to multiple resources. So with that, thank you. And with that, we had to GED is a byproduct of Pearson VUE. Pearson VUE also does a ton, over 5,000 industry certifications. So those certifications, in the future, hopefully we'll be able to implement those into our program. So as we continue to grow and more people learn about our testing center and our availability, I feel like we will keep those doors rolling and just be off the hook.
Incredible.
Kimberly, I have a question for you.
Yes.
First of all, I love what you're doing, and
Thank
I love
you.
that it's beyond education, right? I think the numbers are startling, but thank you for shedding light on the metrics.
Thank you.
So you mentioned earlier that in talking to folks that are part of this, you ask them, what do you need to succeed in this type of program? And you mentioned sort of dead-end GED programs. So give me some examples of the things that they said they needed and how you sort of crafted what you're doing to address it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Billy Jo.
Sure.
Well, when we went out into the community and spoke with everyone, a lot of what we were hearing was the curriculum that they were forced to study was not related to the test material at all. So they were getting outdated information that really was just a waste of time. And if that wasn't the problem, then they would go to this program and be in program 6 months, years, 2 years, do all this free studying, but then when it's time to take a test, they have no idea where to go because the prep center is not a testing center, and or they don't pay for it. So by everyone that we deal with pretty much being socioeconomically in poverty, then they can't afford to pay for these tests. So that was one of the main barriers. Another barrier is the technology. 42% of the residents in the southern sector don't have active internet access. So that's another problem that's holding them back. So we offer technology assistance to those students. So those are some of the main barriers. Strict schedules, outdated curriculums, those were the main things that everyone was voicing. So we made sure that we removed all of those stipulations to allow our students to progress at their own pace.
Thank you, Kimberly. We are out of time. That was AES Literacy Institute. What an incredible organization to assist individuals who didn't graduate from high school earn their degree while also providing those critical wraparound and support services. Great info, Kimberly. All right, 3 down.